Hey everyone, welcome back. All right, let's call on Divine Holy Spirit and see what messages are going to be made available on today for the collective. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of, please and thank you. Thank you all for being here, continuing to come and have a seat and hear what it is that needs to be said. Whether it applies to you or not, I do appreciate you coming back. And thanks for your likes, your shares, your comments. Okay, let's go in and see. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What is collective? And be made aware of. I just heard screaming. So I don't know what all that entails. Who's screaming? Somebody screaming for help? Or are they screaming out of frustration? Probably for help. Somebody screaming out for help. I don't know if it's because they're being attacked or there's somebody that's crying out for help, like screaming, crying out for help. I don't know. Let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Okay, I'm being told my deck is upside down. All right, there they go. All right. Oh, okay, so a group of cards flew out over here. And, okay, I think that's good, y'all. Okay, speaking of screaming, crying out for help, who do we have at the bottom of the deck? We have the King of Cups reversed, y'all. So in this energy, it doesn't have to be gender oriented, but we know this energy as being like a healing energy when it's in the upright. This is someone that, you know, people look towards as having healthy emotions. Therefore, this person would be in a non-judgmental zone to where if someone did come to them, the crazier the story is, this person's still not going to judge them. They're still going to have compassion for them and invite them in with open arms. But in the reverse, this is someone who needs that same energy that they were providing to other people, but it's hard for them to come by because this is the one who doesn't want others to see them suffer. Now, I don't know if this is out of ego or just because, you know, they're always that person that people can come to, that they don't feel like deserving that others will be, you know, able to listen to them and their worries, or either they put themselves on some sort of pedestal to where, you know, they're the ones that help everyone. They can't be the ones that need help. That's what I'm getting. The former of all of those possibilities here. So this is the one who would be stuck in some sort of ego mindset to where they don't want others judging them. They don't want others to know what they're going through because they're the ones who, quote unquote, cannot be fazed, right? They're tough as nails. You know, they never have bad days. You know, it's like they have painted this like perfect picture or tried to, but, you know, they were wearing a mask the whole time. So when the mask falls off or when, you know, somebody reveals who they really are, you know, and they don't want that truth out, then they become a recluse. All right, y'all, let's see what else is out here. Okay. Excuse me. So we have the Three of Pentacles here right on top. Actually, let me shift these cards over because I want to go ahead and get these here in the center. All right. So this Three of Pentacles reverse means someone not acknowledging that they need help, or possibly there's a light being shown on them and they don't want that light. They don't want to be in that sort of spotlight right now. So if this is like a search party that's out, oh my God, why did I say search party, y'all? So if this is a search party that's out looking for evidence, or they're looking for some sort of tie or connection back to this King of Cups reverse, that's what's going on. But this King of Cups doesn't want that heat because they know once they find whatever it is that's connected to this King of Cups, it's a wrap. It's lights out. Because that's search party. I don't even use those kind of terms, but that's where we're headed. I mean, with the search party, you have dogs, because I saw the dogs. So that lets me know that there's canine units out. So this could be tied to a body. It could be tied to drugs. It could be tied to a missing person. And missing person really was like what was heading all of that energy if someone's missing. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna put this over here, right? That's the search party card, we'll call it. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups reverse. So this Knight of Cups reverse, let me see. Let's see what's going on. Let me see what's under here, first of all. Okay, so the Two of Swords reverse is right under this Knight of Cups reverse. All I'm hearing is, please, mommy, or oh, no. But that please, mommy, it didn't sound like an infant, like a child. It sounded like, you know, someone who is of age, like of independence. But I think things have gotten so dire or so bad that this person, you know, because you know when people joke about someone calling out for their mom. Oh my God, you know what I just thought about? And no disrespect. Oh my God, God bless the dead. What was the young man's name that passed away? They said the last thing he did was call out for his mother. And I was not trying to make light of the situation, but I was just trying to say how dire of desperation of a need for them to, the one that, you know, would care for them the most in that moment, that's who they're crying out for. Because it's at that point where it's almost at the end. George Floyd. Like I said, I felt like it was someone of age, not a child, saying mama or mommy, crying out for them. That's what I heard with this energy here. But anyway, this Knight of Cups reverse is their cry wasn't met, or it wasn't met because, of course, the cry wasn't heard by who they were intending it for that cry to reach, which would have been their mom or mother. So if we dissect this energy with this Two of Swords reverse, first of all, we know that there was a decision here that was being made, but there wasn't a lot of information. I mean, the person on the card is blindfolded and they have two swords shielding them from whatever it is that they're about to embark on. So if you just consider that energy altogether, and then somebody crying out, I'm hearing pleading for their life here. Now, who is this? Is this where the search party comes in at? Or is it, what did I hear in the beginning? I heard screams or somebody crying out. That's how this started. Okay, so I don't know if this is the King of Cups, someone who's crying out, because I said this becomes the recluse. Oh, man. All right. Excuse me. Seven of Swords reverses here. So we know this Seven of Swords to be a card of affliction, but it's not even like someone who's afflicted. But yeah, they're afflicted, but what's really important here is they begin afflicting others without any concern. Like it was just part of a day's, all in a day's work to them at this point with the Seven of Swords reverse. So this is someone who does dirty deeds, and possibly for money, like they get paid to do it. And speaking of money, career, jobs, focus, passion, the Eight of Pentacles is right underneath that energy. So that's the focus card. And when I said they get paid to do it, duh. The Eight of Pentacles has everything to do with someone being compensated for doing something. And they're super focused on it because they got to get this money. So I heard hitman. Someone turned into a hitman. If they were in this, okay, so if we're going back to this, all of a sudden, you guys, I'm having this kind of acid reflux feeling right now. It's burnt. It's starting, and now it's coming up through my chest. Just so y'all know what I'm dealing with over here. This is empathic vibes all the way. So someone could be suffering from whatever acid reflux is tied to, which I wouldn't know. I'm not a medical expert, but this never happens to me, but I know the feeling. All right, so back to, okay, so I was getting ready to tell you about this King of Cups reverse, right? With this, and I think the last thing I heard was Hitman, right? So did they turn into, okay, so was this King of Cups some sort of lure? Because I was saying that King of Cups to the upright is someone who you would want to go to that would be non-judgmental. So what kind of mask was this monster wearing? I'm calling the King of Cups a monster in the reverse at this point with what's going on here, what's unveiling itself. How were they luring, I would say, this victim, because it seems like there's a search on for a body. How were they luring? And I'm going to tell you too, with this, I got a young man energy, like a young adult with this Knight of Cups reverse. Because remember I said it wasn't a child, but they were of age. So I'm thinking they were 21, maybe 18 to 21 years old. Well, they're missing now, and it's tied back to this King of Cups reverse. All right, we'll get to the bottom of how this King of Cups was able to attract or become this, I heard sniper, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a sniper with a gun. It could be, but you know, a sophisticated sniper is somebody you and I would never know. But this one was somebody out in the public, just like a regular smegular sort of person. All right, what's under this this 8 of Pentacles here? Let's see what's going on with this. All right, so here's the 4 of Pentacles. And we'll say it's tipping further into the reverse. Now, this 4 of Pentacles will have to do, in the reverse, it would have to do with losing control. Boom. All right, so I need to see what's going on with this losing control energy, y'all. Give me one moment. Give me a moment. So there was a power struggle here. So it would have had something to do with possibly the King of Cups feeling like they weren't being compensated enough, or they needed to move up in some sort of rank here. So now this makes me feel like this was some sort of organizational sort of thing to where they had a certain position, but maybe, you know, they figured that, okay, well, now that I've done this job, am I able to move up in the ranks? You know, whoever they're asking this, that would have, you know, I guess, dictation to be able to say, yeah, okay, job well done. Okay, now we're going to make you lieutenant or whatever, like going from captain to lieutenant. And I'm using captain and lieutenant. So, you know, this could be like a legitimized organization even. Like that would be involved with protect and serve. So this could be some shady police activity. But we're going to stick with organization for now. So this could be like a gang. It could be, you know, a family, you know, a group of witches and warlocks, whatever. But they wanted to move up in the ranks, so it became a control issue here. Something about control with this 4 of Pentacles reverse. All right, I got one more card under this energy. Let me turn it over and see what's going on. All right, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is here. So that means this person is wanting to flee. Oh, I'm sorry. This Knight of Cups tried to get away. This Knight of Cups tried to get away. This Knight of Cups had some information that they were going to expose somebody, possibly this King of Cups reverse. They were going to take some information somewhere, but it was put to a stop. They really didn't have, they never had a chance with this 2 of Swords reverse. because that Chariot would definitely mean somebody who is, they're fully focused, fully armored. They don't need no ride from anybody. I got my own way to get there wherever it is that I'm going. I'm suited and I'm booted and I'm ready to go, and I'm just gonna go for it. That's the Chariot energy. But what they didn't know was, they didn't know exactly where they were going, who they were going to see, and what they were going to say. So I feel like they kind of stutter stepped with their action, even though they were gung ho with, okay, I'm snitching, or because it could be snitch energy if this is an organization. They didn't want this particular thing to get out. And then this young adult, you know, somebody who is young, they're like, you know, this was attractive at first, but now I see that y'all are really like knee deep into this stuff, and I got my life to live. I'm not trying to do all these years if I get locked up, convicted behind what y'all are doing. I'm talking to y'all right now. So I hope y'all hear me. All right, y'all, I'm gonna move this energy. I'm gonna move all of this up here. Let's see what else is going on. And when I say I'm talking to y'all, that means I'm channeling. Spirit is coming through. I'm not even in control of what I'm even saying at this point. You can ask me 5 minutes away from now what I said 5 minutes ago, and I'll be like, because it's not me speaking. I always ask before my readings that my ego be put to the side. This isn't time for me and what I feel and what I think. This is a time for my channel to spirit to fully open up, and for me to receive and to be able to help whoever it is that needs to hear this message. So this may not be for you. That's fine. I appreciate you sticking around, but thank God that it's not. And pray for the ones who are going through this, because somebody's missing a child here. Yeah, they were of age, but it's still someone's child. And somebody needs some answers out there. All right. Here we have the Temperance card. 9 of Pentacles. Look, did this not pop up in yesterday's reading? Did it not? Go back and check for yourself. That's that Sagittarius, and that's that pre-Empress energy that we were talking about. Now, I can rehash it. If you're new here, you don't know what I'm talking about, let me tell you what I'm talking about. These are two people. This is a couple situation here. You have a young girl and you have an older male, possibly Sagittarius. But this 9 of Pentacles energy, we call it pre-Empress energy in tarot. They were forced to have to make some sort of decision that was going to not only implement them, but also implement this Sagittarius energy. But now you can go back and watch the reading. But they're here. They know something about this body. They're tied to this this King of Cups reverse. Possibly they're in this organization together, but they know something. All right, let's see what else is here. All right, here we go. We have Justice reverse. We have the Death card. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have 10 of Cups, and then we have the Empress. Look at this. Let's talk about it. All right, so the Justice in reverse obviously would mean that there will be no justice in this. So I have to determine, okay, Spirit, does justice mean that there will be no justice for the young man who's missing? Or does it mean there'll be no justice for this Sagittarius and this pre-Empress energy here? Especially when that that Sagittarius card was linked to, I believe it was a Knight of Pentacles who was trying to make a bribe, right? It was about a bribery because they were trying to seek justice or have justice in their favor if they slid a little something under the table. Because they knew that 9 of Pentacles, that pre-Empress energy, was going to relay something that was going to get them hemmed up. So they figured, okay, if that 9 of Pentacles, which was also the Queen of Pentacles in a previous reading, so these are linked, that this energy was going to, have to confess to something that was going to get everybody hemmed up. So that means justice will not be served for these two here. Because the Death card is here. The Death card means transformation. It means change is coming. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. That's what that is. Meaning you can't run, you can't hide. This is over. This situation needs to be deaded, is what this Death card is telling me. Excuse me. Right? I don't know, I'm being drawn to this Death card. Give me one moment. So to me, this is like asking for mercy. This is the duo, the couple, asking for mercy. So is this mercy on the courts? Is this mercy for their lives? Are their lives in danger? And I would say on the street level, not even through the judicial system, because that's obvious, that's apparent. But is there money on their heads as well? Because we got the 10 of Pentacles here. Because that's abundance, that's money, that's prosperity, that's get it quick, get it now. Not even okay, this is why I'm saying get it quick, get it now. Because normally this 10 of Pentacles would mean like, it could be a windfall of money just out of nowhere. Or it could be like, what's been built, like family, like generational, like what you do now is going to be massive for the generations to come, right? But that get it quick, get it now energy is all over this. I'm going to pull clarifiers for this, but let me go ahead and keep going with this 7 of Cups and Empress, and then we'll pull some clarifiers here in a minute. The 7 of Cups has to do with opportunity combined with confusion. So if we're in a kind of get it quick, get it now energy with this money, this is putting them into some sort of emotional state where they don't know which cup to choose. I feel like there's like a buffet spread, like there's a spread of food out. And they're starving, but there's somebody at the head of the table saying, don't touch nothing yet. Tell me what you want and why you want it. And what you did to deserve it. That's what I'm getting. That's what I see. I see it. So they want to be careful not to make the wrong choice because they're going to be stuck with that one choice. Even though it's a buffet, they only get to eat from one plate, one serving, one dish, even though there's a spread of things out there. So they got to choose quickly and they got to choose wisely here. But all they see is dollar signs with this 10 of Pentacles. Nothing else matters. Now, this Empress, I feel like if this were like a race to the finish line, the Empress is right here at the finish line. But you know what this is? You know what this Empress is? Oh my God, y'all, I'm seeing it play out. That's why I'm quiet. I'm seeing it play out because I'm getting the visual and I want to be able to describe to you what I'm getting, what I'm seeing. This Empress is standing on the side, right, as like a spectator, watching these people run this race. But what you don't know is the Empress she's seated away from like the crowd. But what also you don't see is that this is some sort of bloody, gory sort of type race to where it's like a race to the last little bit of If this on the other side of the finish line would be freedom, it would be life, it would be love, it would be happiness. I'll say it like this. These demons are the runners, and they're clawing now toward the finish line. And the Empress, I said, is a spectator, just kind of sitting high above everyone else. Like nobody else really sees the Empress sitting there, because everybody's like, you could see their faces like what do they call that? Shape shift, like the spectators in the crowd, because they're the ones egging the demons on, because they are also demons. So they've ran this race too, but they weren't successful to get across the finish line. So these are the spectators. So the closer they get to the finish line, it's almost like the further away from it they get, if that makes sense. And then they know that if they could get to that finish line, then they're good. But the only thing is, they're never going to make it to that finish line. It's never going to be a done deal for them, because a done deal would mean slap on the wrist, washing of hands, and let me continue on with my BS. That's not happening. So I also could look at it as, if there is a saving grace for this energy, this Sagittarius, this Nine of Pentacles energy, which would be reversed from the reading yesterday. If there is any sort of saving grace, then it would be this Empress. If anybody could help them on the physical plane, and they know this now, it would be this Empress. So whoever was the one who held themselves together, who brought life despite circumstances, they had little to work with, but they did the damn thing. Whatever was thrown at them, it might have afflicted them, but it didn't keep them down. This is that Empress energy. So whoever that person is in their lives, they know this now. They know that this Empress is untouchable. She's a spectator. I mean, well, she's kind of watching over things, but she's off, high above everyone else who was a part of that race that I described. She's unreachable, untouchable. And they are aware of this. But this is like the end game. This is like the finish line. So it's almost like as they get to the finish line with this Seven of Cups, they don't know which way to, they don't even know which way to go to get toward the finish line, because it's like smoke appears, fire raises up, and now they can't see, they're blinded. A lot of things, explosions going on around them, fangs coming out of people's mouths, people shape shifting, I told you about. All kinds of weird things happening right here at the end. All right, I said I was going to get some clarifiers, y'all. I wanted to get out of that visual. Okay, that was enough, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you so much for the messages. All right, who's on the winning side? Is it you? Collective, I know that's you. I know I'm talking to the Empress. You're on the winning side. They'll never reach the finish line. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. All right, Spirit, can you clarify this energy, or just clarify whatever it is that you would like to? Let the cards fall as they may, please, and thank you. All right, we got two cards that flew off to the left. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out, because we'll keep this in mind. It almost came out, or it wanted to come out, but it didn't. So we'll keep that in mind, all right? Bottom of the deck. Toil and labor. Somebody's got to do it. I don't want to do it. Somebody's got to do it. I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore, but let me go clock in. Let me go get this money. Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's got to do it. And it has to be me, because I have to. I just have to. All right. These two cards flew out first, I believe. Expectation and main male. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know about this combination? So 2 and 8 is 10. That's completion. So I'm thinking the main male with the completion card and 10 and 1 being 11. This would be obvious, right? They're waiting for you to come back. They're waiting for you to make a move. They're waiting for you to come save them. You, Empress. This is you. They're waiting. But where is she seated? Seated at the windowsill of her castle. In her royal garb, right? With her pillows fluffed. Not a concern in the world. While the main male is here trying not to break down. Still wants to be seen as this dominant, prominent figure where everything's all good. Right? And however the genders apply, let them fill themselves in. Great fortune is here. So yeah, great fortune is here with that Temperance and that 9 of Pentacles reverse energy. I say reverse, but it's on the side. But I definitely was lending this energy to the same exact duo that came out in yesterday's reading. So this is what they were all about, was chasing what they thought would be a fortune. And still, right up at the end, they're still delusional in thinking that they're going to be awarded some sort of windfall of money. As if God is going to say, you've been so good. Here you go. You deserve it. The delusions of it all, right? But they really are desperately banking on something because it is near the finish line. So right as they approach that bag, then the smoke appears in front of the finish line, because that was the cutoff, with the Empress being on the other side of the finish line that they're trying to reach. All right, so this card definitely landed on the table, but this one was still stuck in the deck. But let's see what this one is. Okay, so message card, and then wealthy man. Oh, goodness. Cannot make this stuff up. So wealthy man is also the main male, but they're at risk of losing everything. The wealthy man, of course, is that one who, when they do lose wealth, they still look like they're wealthy, right? Like if their bank account is on zero, but they've had money, they were getting money, they were buying all of this expensive stuff. The house still remains, the car will still remain, the clothes will still be there until the repo man comes, or until they fall 4 payments behind on the mortgage. Then that's when they start losing like major things, but it takes time to lose those major things. So right now they're still hanging on to the image. They feel like this image is everything. It's always worked for them. That mask that they have worn has always been good for them because they're not shit without it. You get what I'm saying? Now, this message card reverse would have to do with, I feel like it would be slow communication, because the death card would mean transformation. But normally when we look at the death card, we look at it as, this is God stepping in and, allowing this person to right all of their wrongs. Excuse me. Excuse me. Because they have learned the lesson and they get to start over. But with message card in reverse, it's not that sort of ticket, which I was already aware of that. So that would be confirmation that this is not what that is. So this is something different. All right, y'all. That's what I have. I hope this helps.